2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, everybody. Welcome to 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Our game tonight featuring the New York Knicks as they go up against the Orlando Magic at Amway Center. Well, for Orlando, the game tonight marks their second of 4 meetings they will play this season, and they come into this one feeling pretty good after winning the last time they met. And tonight, we get to see Mohamed Bamba. Tremendous size and strength, but also extremely bright, Kenny. Schools with the highest level academics offered him scholarships.
Wow, because he's a smart guy off the court who still honors his basketball IQ. I love that. I love that about guys. And you know, he's just one of the rare breeds of everything you want. He opposing defender, blocking shot, alters everything, and a great student.
And on the offensive end, very raw. Runs the floor very well. Needs to add a lot of strength, though.
Coming up shortly, it's the tip. We'll go courtside to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. DA will join us tonight on the sideline. Looking at the last game for the New York Knicks, it was a loss to the Pelicans at New Orleans Arena. They battled and battled, but could not pull it off at the end. Guys losing by just a single point.
Yeah, and in a hostile environment, they did not rise to the occasion, especially on the defensive side.
Yeah, there was no shine on that effort. Really lackluster. Their D was nowhere to be found.
And for teams not enjoying a quick start to the season, Clark, how long until they start to push the panic button and making some big moves?
You know, Kevin, I don't think you ever can push the panic button. I think you have to have a sense of what direction you're going, be realistic about who you are and what you have. And that's where good leadership comes in, not just with the team itself, from the coaches to the players, but in your front office, too. I mean, you've got to have some flexibility to adjust to the length of the season and challenges of it, and yet still stay on course with your overall plan.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Knicks. Moutier and Lee make up the backcourt. Inside, it's Porzingis and Cantor. And it's Knox in at the small forward position. Here's Augustine after Enes Kanter's basket. And Augustine kicks to Fournier. Pass to Vucevic. Back to Fournier. Pass to Ross. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Fournier is good for 3. Fournier's got 5 points so far.
And the quick release of Fournier. Man, he's so good at getting his shot off as soon as the pass reaches his hand.
Here's Cantor. Fournier pulls it down.
I think in that situation, it was a nice try to create some space for himself with the fadeaway.
Augustine, no luck.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
And Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Now here's Moutier. Defense right on him. Here's Porzingis. Vucevic with the block.
Hey, that expansive reach of Vucevic's really helps him on the defensive end. He uses that length to really bother the confidence of shooters.
And here's Porzingis for a 3. Orlando, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. Fournier's shot is off.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but you need just enough. to keep him out of rhythm.
Man, I like how close Porzingis gets to the rim. I mean, he knows when he's this deep, the defense really has no chance to keep him from dunking.
Now here is Augustine. Boy, he was something else against the Lakers. Stolen by Cantor. Now here's Moutier, headed by Augustine. So they take the lead.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
Fournier against Lee. Fournier passes to Vucevic. Makes it off the glass.
And Vucevic is crafty, clever, close to the bucket.
New York trailing. Now Moutier. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Here's Cantor. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
The shooting percentage is really solid so far, fellas. Good start to this game for him.
And so it's Augustine who will bring it up for the Magic. Lob pass to Gordon, and the turnover again by Orlando. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Look at Orlando, down at 10th in the early going, looking to make a move up in the standings. And, of course, the Knicks. They find themselves in the dregs of the conference.
And I think for the Knicks, they haven't made any of the strides they were hoping to see prior to the season. Again, hanging around at the bottom of the standings.
Yeah, it's full makeover time now, guys. I'm sure they've learned their lesson that this roster is not one that can sustain any kind of success in today's NBA.
The Magic trail by 3. First quarter of play and just over 3.5 minutes in. And Vucevic kicks to Augustine. Back to Vucevic, and Enes Kanter picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Now here's Ross. Not a lot of room.
And if you really want to make things hard on yourselves, this is exactly how you do it. Turnovers on back-to-back trips down the floor.
Knox the pass to Moutier. Here's Knox. He's guarded by Ross. Clock at 6. Kicks to Cantor. Lee outside. Nice D from Fournier. Orlando's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And Courtney Lee out of Western Kentucky, a consistent 3-and-D veteran.
And, you know, more of a journeyman's career, but I'll tell you what, he's a winner and competes, does those little things, and, boy, he makes some big shots.
Now, here's Moutier. No points in the game yet for him. Here's Cantor. And he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Now here is Augustine, defended by Moutier. Gordon with no one around. The shot misses. The Knicks go the other way with it. Last time they met in New York.
And turnovers were the story for them when they saw each other last. I mean, just a heartbreaking way to lose the game.
Yeah, and when you think about it, Greg, there was some really sloppy basketball being played by them, and they recognized that had they played a cleaner game, they could have gotten a win.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for New York.
You know, guys, we've really seen them do a lot of damage in the paint so far.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
He's off on the first. Mark, one of the strong points that the Orlando Magic team has is their balance.
Well, they've got a number of players, Kevin, that can go for double digits on any night. That's always nice. Good depth on this roster as well. And when you don't have an elite star or talent, these are the kind of things you look for in building your team.
And he sinks the second. Augustine with it. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Emmanuel Mudiay picks one up.
And, you know, the speedy Augustine is really an excellent teammate and a dependable role player, a veteran presence who can really stroke it.
No good on that one. And the second free throw, good. Here's Mudiay. Over in the corner, Lee. Back to Mudiay. Just 5 on the clock. The wide open look here for Porzingis, and the Knicks miss again.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Bamba. Knicks with the rebound. Lee passes to Knox. Trying to find Porzingis. Gets it to him. Shoots over Bamba. Nice shot by Porzingis.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
And Augustine kicks to Ross. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And that's a case where the deceptive strength that Ross has helps him score over the defense. You can't afford to take this guy lightly.
Well, Terrence Ross can be great at times, but consistency certainly has been an issue for him.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a vapor trying to grab hold of that consistency for Ross. One game he's great. The other game you don't know he's out there. This is a player that once had 50 points in a game, but has struggled to find that same kind of drive game to game. His outside shot has taken a nosedive a bit, as has his overall shooting percentage. Yet he's still relatively young, so this guy could bounce back.
That free throw good from Ross. The Knicks with the lead. Here's Ntilikina. His last outing with 20 points. Here's Trier. But they'll get another chance. Sinks it, and the shot from Porzingis.
And that's exactly why you got to box him out, because when you don't, that's what happens. He burns you on the glass.
Now, here's Grant. He's covered closely. Here's Bamba. Rebounded by Knox. It's tipped. The Knicks leading by 4. And it's Jonathan Isaac with the foul. That's his first foul. Orlando making some changes. Jarrell Martin comes in for Nikola Vucevic. And Jonathan Simmons subbed in for Terrence Ross. Azanya, he's checked in for New York. And it's the Knicks with the ball. Here's Ntilikina. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Shot clock at 2. Drains it from 17 feet out. And the Knicks lead by 6.
And, you know, Ntilikina is effective from the mid-range. Good at reading the defense and then capitalizing off the space he gets.
Here's Isaac. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Here's Porzingis, and they pick up 2. Porzingis has got 8 points, and it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here. As we take a look at the power forward position, Clark, one you know very well, who are some of the more underrated guys at that power forward spot?
Wow, underrated. You always run into some interesting names when you think about underrated. You know, I think a guy that perhaps has finally found himself with the talent that he came into the league with is James Johnson down in Miami. He does a little bit of everything, had one of his best seasons this past year. Taj Gibson, I think, is undervalued for what he brings in toughness, shooting, and defense.
Here's Grant following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. Grant dishes to Bamba. Puts one up from 19. And he goes out of bounds. That one off Porzingis.
A lot of tough teams in this league, Kevin. Here's where New York sits right now.
And they've also enjoyed a lot of success from beyond the arc. I mean, as you can see by that top 10 ranking and three-point percentage, that's a shot they should continue to feature in their offense.
Grant, that's good.
Really easy to appreciate Isaac, Kevin. I mean, a solid teammate who's always ready to share the sugar.
Porzingis against Martin. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Simmons feeling it out a bit. He kicks it to Martin. Out to the wing. 6 to shoot. Cans it from downtown. He has 5.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
That is a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he's on the money, that's no doubt. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds, and they look strong here in the early going.
Stolen by Martin. It's 2-on-1. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And a solid athlete at his size, Bamba isn't bashful at taking it to the rack and drawing the foul.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. That free throw, no good.
And with Mohamed Bamba, one of the first things you notice is that 7'9" wingspan. I mean, yeah, he's got to add more muscle on that frame, but he can use that reach already to make an impact at both ends.
So neither attempt will fall that time for him. And with Bamba, in addition to his crazy length, you also get a player who's extremely smart.
How about getting scholarship offers from Ivy League schools, including Harvard? You can see him thinking on the court. He's deliberate in the things that he does. Bright future ahead for him.
And Simmons kicks to Isaac. No good. Shot missing. And for the Knicks, they're shooting quite well in these early minutes, 55%. Now let's send it over to David Aldridge, who was able to talk with head coach David Fizdale.
Well, Kevin, he didn't outright say he was satisfied with his defense, but he did say that offense was important tonight. He told me numbers 1, 2, and 3 on our list are getting good movement, good looks, and making some shots. That's our focus. We'll see if they can make that happen tonight. Kevin, back to you.
All right, thanks for the report, David. So it's all about getting their offense going early on.
And I think that's the right call, guys. Get that rhythm established at the offensive end as soon as possible.
Yeah, I echo that, Greg. I mean, if they come out here as the aggressors and really get after it, I think it'll make things that much easier on them defensively.
That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Boy, nice control of the floater there by Neely Keena. When the D gives him space to shoot it, he makes him pay.
Simmons passes to Isaac. Over Hazonia. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Porzingis has got his 4th rebound in this one.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
Ntilikina. Knicks working now with a fresh shot clock. Off target from outside. Orlando trailing here. Orlando moving the ball around. And the dunk by Bamba.
And that 7'9" wingspan on full display there. Bamba swooping in with authority.
Ntilikina kicks to Vonleh. Pass to Hezonja. Shoots the three. The shot, no good. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. Their last game, a win against the Lakers, looking to carry it into this one.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
And you know, Greg, they were sinking shots left and right, and that's got to be demoralizing for the defense. They were in a real zone.
And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point.
Look at Jonathan Isaac. He was drafted 6th overall in 2017 as a bit of a project. Had a growth spurt late, so he has a tall frame that still needs to fill out and get stronger, but he's got a lot of potential. Pretty skilled for a big guy. Great physical tools, but needs some refinement.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
Boy, you look at Isaac, and all you think he needs to do is add some weight. And he's got terrific skills and a promising future.
On the pass to Porzingis. Shot from the top of the key, and Bamba pulls it down.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Here's Simmons, and he misses his first shot. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Magic lead by 1. 2K Sports, back in a moment from the Amway Center. Kristaps Porzingis grew up in faraway Latvia, but thanks to his brother, developed a passion for the NBA.
My older brother, he was a big fan of NBA always, and he always had pictures of Michael and then Kobe and Shaq, and then we both started watching a lot of NBA highlights. And then later on, 13, 14, Kobe and Powell, you know, I used to watch those guys play a lot.
And Greg, that's something different now for foreign players, isn't it? A lot more exposure to the NBA.
And KP, a fan of the culture. You saw him in cornrows as a kid. I think that helped prepare him for the transition.
And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And guys, for the Magic, what jumps out to you so far, numbers-wise?
I mean, an interesting first quarter. The pressure D seems to be causing a lot of turnover.
Just jumped all over him, Greg. I mean, pounced on him, using their length and quickness to come away with those steals.
And New York, looking at who they've got. Vonleh's out there with Porzingis. Then there's Burke. Then it's Hezonja. And it's Ntilikina in at the shooting guard. Burke finds Hezonja. Back to Burke. The three from Porzingis. It doesn't go for him. So Orlando will take it the other way. To the inside, Gordon. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Porzingis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Vonleh, the pass to Burke. Back to Vonleh. It's good. The assist that time from Burke. Vonleh's got the opening field goal of the second quarter for the Knicks. Grant surveying the D. Gordon dishes to Grant. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Grant's got the game tied up here for the Magic.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Pretty clear. It's smash mouth basketball. Pound that thing inside.
Great awareness. No reason to take it inside there against the taller man.
Yeah, he knew he had him beat, Greg. I mean, that was clear. Took advantage of the space he had and then calmly and quietly drained it from the mid-range. That's good basketball.
And it's the Magic with the ball, following the score by New York. Bamba with it. Vonleh on him. And it's blocked. And here is Hezonja. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him.
And Ntilikina is skilled, really skilled at getting good position in the post. I mean, he uses his quick instincts and understanding of the positioning to score inside.
Now, here's Grant, trailing by 4. At the elbow, it's Gordon. The Knicks pull it in.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter.
And guys, right now the defense mentally not there. Can't afford too many of those in a close game like this.
Yeah, Jay, you're right. Almost a free run for him there.
Momentum can swing on plays like that, Kevin, especially when the finish has that much thunder on it.
And with his length, Porzingis can be very disruptive on D. Not easy to get the shot off over that huge frame.
Fournier is checked in for the Magic. Augustine comes in for Grant. Cantor checked in for the Knicks. Moutier comes in for Frank Ntilikina. The Knicks leading by 4. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Gordon against Cantor. Pass to Burke. Lets a floater go. It's blocked.
And the giant wingspan of Bamba strikes again. Just fantastic at spiking shots in a variety of ways.
Now, here's Isaac. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Lakers. And Augustine kicks to Fournier. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
To the paint, it's tipped and stolen by Fournier. Gordon finds Fournier. Basket, good. Fournier's got 7 points in the game.
The defense looking helpless here. Fournier is solid as going despite getting hit. Really strong playing through contact.
Now here's Burke. And Bamba pulls it down. Outside Gordon. And he hits it to tie the game up. Gordon's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And Gordon, with that strength and athleticism, made a tough shot look easy despite the contact.
Pass to Cantor. Back to Vonleh. Fires, high post. The offensive rebound. The second chance effort. Tries yet again. That's tipped. They retain possession. For Orlando, they've gone 4 of 10 in the second quarter from the field. Augustine looking around. Here's Gordon, and then Gordon with the dunk.
Yeah, nice vision from the little fella there. Augustine making it easy for his teammates by finding the open man.
New York's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Burke kicks to Hezonja. That one falls coming off Burke's feet. Burke's got 3 assists now in this one.
Hey, I tell you what, the contest on that shot was lacking. Very subpar, which is why the shooter buried it.
Count that one from Isaac.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Now here's Vonleh. He's got 7. Passes it to Burke. 3-pointer. And Bamba pulls it down. Bamba's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Boy, he's having a tough time right now. Seems like he's forcing his shot a bit to me, Kevin, not letting it come in the flow of the game.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, the Orlando Magic has struggled to find difference-making players in the draft or in free agency. Their goal is to get younger but get better at the same time. And it's difficult to do, even in the Eastern Conference, but Orlando is determined to get this right. Kevin?
And the journey continues for them and a lot of teams. DA, thank you. Trier, he's checked in for Trey Burke. It's stolen by Vucevic. Here's Gordon from 12 feet out. That's good from Augustine. The assist by Gordon. Gordon's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Magic.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Here's Trier. No points in the game yet for him. The pass to Cantor. Lee against Ross. Lee outside. Shot clock at 5. Up again. Great positioning on the putback. Guys, 7 times the lead has changed hands here now.
Yeah, and that number should easily top double figures before it's over.
Now here's Fournier. He had 10 points in the win against the Lakers.
It was never all about himself. He came away with a lot of assists in that game and just kind of kept everybody in the mix.
The Frenchman Fournier, always looking to get the shot up, but really good at drawing fouls.
And that one falls for Fournier. The position of power forward, Clark, that was your position. Did you ever think it would become a major weapon for stretching the floor as it is now?
No, I didn't see that evolution happening. I mean, again, at that time in the 80s, even into the 90s, you had the small forward and the power forward was more of an enforcer. I was actually kind of a hybrid at the time because I could deal inside effectively on the glass and because of my size and strength, but also could step out and put it on the floor and pass it a little bit. So no, the evolution with the 4-man in this day and age, I did not foresee that at all. Love what's happened with it, but it speaks, I think, to the athleticism and skill of these bigger guys now.
It does. Here's Fournier following the score by New York.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Oh, Vucevic in position.
And great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy 2 if the defense wasn't there.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
And so here's Orlando. The Knicks making the shot. Augustine up top, defended by Moutier. And Vucevic kicks to Augustine. Fournier passes to Gordon. Clock at 6. And Cantor pulls it down. The Knicks leading by 3. Lee outside. Pass to Moutier. Here's Trier, who's guarded by Fournier. Trier passes to Cantor. No good off the back of the rim.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
They get it again. Vucevic scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
Boy, the hustle by Vucevic, I mean, showing real commitment and investment on the glass and finding ways to come up with second chance opportunities for his team. That's very impressive.
Here's Knox. 14 points from him the last game against the Pelicans in New Orleans.
And we have to mention his rebounding. It wasn't all about the offense. He battled his tail off down low.
Here's Augustine following the score by New York. Pass to Vucevic. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. To the paint, Lee with the steal. Here's Moutier. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Now it's a 5-point Knicks lead. To the middle. Here's Fournier. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Even when the defense is right up in Fournier, he's still tricky down inside. Constantly figures out ways to keep the defense guessing.
The Magic making a switch here. Grant's checked in. And the Knicks making a change here as well. Frank Ntilikina is checked in for Moutier. And Evan Fournier, the young player out of France, gives you a lot to work with on the offensive end.
Yeah, Fournier has become more of an initiator, a guy who sets things up offensively. He can take over the ball handling duties from time to time and takes good care of it. He squeezes that orange pretty well, and he looks really comfortable, more and more comfortable, running the pick and roll.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
The Magic have shot 60% from the line, 6 of 10.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific, 79% as a team.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
First free throw is good.
Well, sometimes it just takes an opportunity in the NBA, and Aaron Gordon has made the most of it. Since taking over that power forward role full-time, he has shown remarkable improvement. Plays with more confidence and aggression on offense and has transformed himself as a player.
Porzingis is checked in for the Knicks. And it's tied up with that one. And for Gordon, in his first full season as a starter, he instantly became a star in the league.
And when he was taken 4th overall, this was the type of player the team was hoping he'd become. His outside shot has improved by leaps and bounds and always plays with speed and athleticism. And now I think he's got a much more fully rounded game, which makes him dangerous.
The defense made their presence felt, but Ross is just too explosive down there.
Here's Ntilikina. He's covered by Grant. Here's Ntilikina, and it's blocked by Gordon.
Good defensive instincts there displayed by Gordon, reading the shooter all the way and timing the rejection perfectly.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Here's Knox. No coverage that time. Lee's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Grant finds Fournier. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Magic lead by 1.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Here's Vucevic, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's on Porzingis.
Enjoy how Vucevic nice into the lane. I mean, given his size, not many guys can contest him without fouling. You know, guys, Nikola Vucevic is a very skilled big man out of USC. He rebounds well, scores it from inside, and has a nice touch. He's got a really well-rounded offensive game as a center. Even added a 3-ball to his repertoire recently to further stretch out interior defenses.
First free throw is good.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
One way to protect the lead, knock down those free throws, and 100% free throwing for the quarter, that's superb.
Simmons checked in for Evan Fournier. And both free throws good for Vucevic.
Gotta like the confidence. Such an important part of making shots. Nice seeing a big man knock down free throws.
Here's Knox. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
Yeah, he's building off that strong first quarter, Kevin. Rising up, and hitting shots with confidence.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Grant, that's good. Grant's got the lead back up to 3 now for the Magic. Here's Ntilikina. He has 6. And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession. Passes it to Porzingis. And it's in. Oh, wow, he nails the buzzer beater.
And they make sure to get the last shot of the quarter there. Nicely done.
Yeah, excellent execution that time, partner. Don't want to give the opponent any time to get them back.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. Aaron, you all have played at a high level so far. What has worked for you?
We're just sticking to the game plan. You know, our coaches really drew up something good for us. You know, they wrote it out, and we're sticking to it, and we're executing very well.
Yeah, that's obvious the way you all have played. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is our halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Evan Fournier led the way in the first half. He had 14 points, 3 assists, and 1 steal. What did you think, Kenny, about what we saw from the Magic?
Well, there was one pleasant surprise, and that was the bench. They gave them a big lift. Those guys came into the game, they did all the dirty work, and they scored baskets.
And Shaq, what are your thoughts on New York?
What impressed me the most was the effort they put into the offensive glass. The second chance points really added up for them. Fighting through box outs, battling for position, they owned the offensive boards.
And that's all we have for now. Tell the folks goodbye, Shaq. Tell the folks goodbye,
Goodbye.
Kenny. Goodbye. Go to Kevin Harlan.
Flying high above Lake Eola in downtown Orlando as we welcome you back to the action at the Amway Center. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. Nice game. Great performance by Evan Fournier.
Yeah, and sometimes you find yourself in a role you're not comfortable with, but his passing in the first half really was impressive.
Yeah, and you know, he accumulated a lot of assists, and I liked how unselfish he was, Greg.
New York trailing. Inside, we have Gordon and Vucevic. Augustine and Fournier are in the backcourt, and it's Ross in at the 3. And that's the group for Steve Clifford as we begin the second half. And the basket by Knox. Knox has got the first bucket of the third here for the Knicks. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Feeds it to Gordon. Porzingis with the block, and he recovers it. And yes, it's good. 10 points for Aaron Gordon.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Knox misses.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him. And it doesn't even matter that he's surrounded on that possession. He's got the size to pull those boards down anyway.
Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Here's Porzingis, and he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time, the whistle blowing. And the foul goes against Orlando.
And, you know, Porzingis plays with such fearlessness. I love that about him. And he's also a big guy with some agility and endless range. This guy has in the gym range if anybody has that.
And he knocks down the first one. Porzingis making his return after ACL surgery last season.
It's just nice to see him back. I mean, you remember that injury just took the wind out of the Knicks and their fans. However, it set their direction as they took a more long-term developmental approach.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. Orlando with the ball. It's a one-point game. Augustine dishes to Ross. To the middle. Got a piece of it. Shot from 12. And he makes that one. Augustine's got 5 now.
And Augustine is terrific, Kevin, at nailing shots over the deep. Can't shake his concentration.
Moutier kicks to Porzingis. The pass to Canner. At basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
Now here is Augustine, defended by Moutier. Here's Ross. Doesn't get it to drop for him. So New York will take it the other way.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
And Greg, it's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find. Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
Now here is Augustine, defended by Moutier. And a fast break now for New York. Here's Porzingis. The shot missing. Great D that time from Vucevic. The Magic trail by 3. Basket good. Gordon's got 4 this quarter.
And although he's 6'9", Gordon runs and sprints like a much smaller man. He's got gazelle-like form and speed in transition.
Plenty of daylight on that shot.
Always got to patrol the three-point line. When you don't, you suffer the consequences.
The Magic have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Now here is Augustine. D right on him. Here's Vucevic. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And now a look at Emmanuel Moutier here. How's the last month of basketball been for him? Getting around 12 points a game, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. He still has a ways to go, but I like what I'm seeing right now.
Free throw drops for Vucevic. And even though Vucevic can get you a good amount of blocks and steals, Clark, in a season, most would agree his defense isn't a strong point.
No, it's not, but it's not a liability either, Kevin. I mean, he understands where to be and how to get there. He's not super athletic and doesn't protect the rim in a shot-blocking fashion, but he knows how to use his body to position himself well defensively.
And it's Burke with the ball for the New York Knicks. The lead is 2. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Stolen by Bamba. Outside Fournier. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Here's a look at what's coming up for New York. On Tuesday, they'll be playing against Damian Lillard and the Portland Trail Blazers. Then on Wednesday, they'll be facing Kyrie Irving and the Boston Celtics.
And for that matchup against the Grizzlies, you know they're going to be amped up for that one. And they'll need to be. That's going to be one tough game for that group.
And that one falls for Fournier.
We take a look here at Evan Fournier, mostly out there for offense, guys. Has a good deep game as he has impressive career numbers from the 3 line. For the amount he scores as a wing player, I think he's pretty efficient.
And the Knicks making a change here. Hezonja's checked in. He's off on the second. And for Fournier, good from deep, as you said, Clark, especially on catch and shoot shots.
Well, he's a reliable scorer, Kevin, and in large part due to how diverse his offensive game is. I mean, he can get a shot for himself or others. and he can work off the dribble or off the catch. He's not a big name, but this is a guy who will continue to get double digits for you when you give him sufficient playing time.
And so here is New York, the Magic getting the bucket.
And let's see the stat sheet here on Enes Kanter. He's been dominant over the last month, 8th in rebounding. And not many players convert opportunities inside as well as he. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And he's a top 10 rebounder this year for good reason. He's unbelievably driven, and he competes with you for the entire game. Now, here's Moutier. Here's Kanter.
You know, the long arms of Vucevic is annoying to shooters, and he's putting his giant frame to good use.
Fournier into the lane. A second chance effort. Bamba's shot is off.
Allowing no space for the shooter to get comfortable. Just terrific defense.
Yeah, excellent extension on the block. Superb timing as well to swat that one away.
Noah Vonleh, he's checked in for New York. Tipped away. Now here is Augustine. 5 points in the game. And, of course, always keeping an eye on the top rookies in the league. We get a chance to see the first-year players with the most steals this season. Third is Mohamed Bamba.
How about the anticipation and really his aggressive mindset defensively? He's always pressuring, always looking for an opportunity to force a turnover.
Yeah, and I think it's a unique talent and instinct he has. I mean, timing out the dribble, seeing the pass before it happened. Really excellent hands when he goes to strip the ball, and I think he's only going to get better.
And so he makes both from the line.
And a good job bringing that free throw percentage up here in the second half. Doing a great job at the line.
Now here's Burke, who's guarded by Fournier. Now Burke. Shot clock at 5. Lasagna, the pass to Kanter. And it's in there. Kanter's got 4 points in the quarter.
Got to be happy with the result, moving the ball so well on that possession. Beautiful.
And Fournier kicks to Bamba. Here's Isaac, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Yeah, he's going to flush it every time when he's that close to the rim. You can't allow him to get that kind of position.
Pass to Kanter. Shoots over Vucevic. Releases. Up it goes, and the Magic lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Enes Kanter.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
I wasn't quite sure if he'd be able to maintain that same level of play. I had my doubts coming into this game, but consider my doubts disappeared.
Knicks trail by 3. Burke with it. Kicks it to Vonleh. To the wing right side. Now here's Moutier. Guarded closely. Lots of room. And again, it's New York.
Boy, you got to really get into Hazonia's airspace because he's looking to pull as soon as that ball hits his hands.
Pass to Fournier. And here is Isaac. Defended by Moutier. Here's Augustine. Again, the Magic score.
And look at how quick he was to bite on the pump fake. Left his feet way too soon.
Passes it to Kanter. Shoots over Vucevic. Kanter's shot is off. Magic leading by 3. The pass to Augustine. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. Augustine's got 8 here in the quarter.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Here's Kanter, and it's blocked. Here's Moutier up and in on the layup. Moutier's got his second basket of the night. Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. For the Magic, Simmons checked in for Evan Fournier, and it's Jaren Grant in for Augustine. Trier, he's checked in for the Knicks. Frank Ntilikina comes in for Emmanuel Mudiay. Now, here's Isaac. 12 points for him. And here is Simmons, and it's out of bounds to the Magic as Orlando will retain possession. Tipped away and stolen by Burke. To the inside, Cantor. Vucevic with the block. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Isaac misses.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Here's Ntilikina. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Simmons passes to Isaac. A three-pointer off the mark. Knicks trail by 3. And there's a nice one-handed slam.
Yeah, man, Ntilikina, an impressive athlete. When he's deep inside, he's ready to ram it in.
Here's Grant, and the basket is good. Grant's got 9 points.
And you have to admire his focus. Not a good matchup for him in terms of size differential.
Yeah, and even with the defender hovering all over him, Greg, he would not be denied.
Now, here's Vonleh. He's got 7. Here's Cantor. 11 feet out, and he hits it. Cantor's got 8 points here in this quarter. Orlando's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Grant kicks to Isaac. Simmons on the wing. Here's Bamba. Lays it up off the glass. And the Magic lead by 3.
Loving the toughness there from Bamba. Just needs to keep proving that he's not to be messed with.
Here's Burke. Rebounded by Vucevic. Vucevic has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Simmons finds Grant. Here's Bamba. Back to Grant. Pass to Vucevic. A 3 from Simmons. It's rebounded by New York. Cantor's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Trier, that's good.
He got a little room at the rim and laid it in. Great play.
Orlando's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Grant dishes to Vucevic. And here's Simmons for 3. He can't get it to go. And it's Burke with the ball for the New York Knicks. Here's Ntilikina. Guarded by Simmons. And here's the break. Here's Isaac. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on Enes Kanter.
Gotta like the aggressiveness there inside from Isaac. Not afraid to mix it up and go into the defender.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Magic.
When they've had a chance to attack the basket at any point in this game, they've taken advantage.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
And the first one at the line is good. And Jonathan Isaac making progress, but he was drafted knowing he had a lot of work to do.
Yeah, and you really shouldn't try and compare Isaac to the rest of his draft class. He's going to be on a different timeline as far as his development goes. Might take longer for him to be ready, but the payoff, man, could be huge as his ceiling is really high.
Good on both. Here's Ntilikina. He's got 8. The dish now to Lee. Pass to Trier for the tie. It's hauled in by the Magic. Gordon's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Simmons. From 8 feet away, he drops it in. Simmons got the lead up to 5 now for the Magic. Here's Ntilikina. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Stolen by Grant. And Vucevic kicks to Simmons. No good with the triple. Knocked away. Inside. 1:10 left in the 3rd quarter. To the paint. Here's Trier. He's covered by Isaac. 5 to shoot. Fires the 3. And it's Orlando with the rebound.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have. You're right. No good from Simmons.
Frozen. Guy is just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
The Magic making a switch here. Ross is checked in, and New York with a change here too. Porzingis, he's checked in for Vonleh. Knicks trail by 5. Here's Ntilikina. He's got 8. Wasted no time on that one. Trier's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
You know, that's what you love about Ntilikina. I mean, very unselfish and constantly looking to set up his guys.
Grant the pass to Gordon. There's 25 seconds left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Off target at the rim. Over in the corner, Lee. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Well, they're dialed in, locked and loaded from outside the arc. It's all about the triple so far.
Here's Vucevic. Back to Grant. Outside, Simmons. Can't connect. It's been all about Enes Kanter for the New York Knicks. His work on the glass was outstanding in that quarter. Great rebounding. And we'll be back with you shortly. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Orlando trailing here, and on the floor for New York here in the 4th. Trier out there with Ntilikina, and there's Porzingis, then it's Lee, and it's Knox in at the 4. Now here's Simmons, and no good that time. Here's Knox, defended by Gordon, and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for New York.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the 2nd.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
The first free throw is good. So he gets them both. The Magic trail by 3. Now here's Grant to the middle. And Gordon gets it to go in on the assist by Grant. Grant's got 3 assists in the game. Trier passes to Porzingis. New York moving it around. And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Evan Fournier is checked in for the Magic. Now off the inbound, and it's Lee getting it to go.
Just a hard-fought battle, and neither team able to create any distance.
Yeah, keeping things interesting, and that's how we like it as broadcasters. I mean, you feel that one of these teams, though, is going to go on a run quite soon.
Here's Grant following the score by New York, and the basket by Gordon.
And Gordon's jumping ability, combined with his reach, make him a difficult matchup for any defense, especially when he's operating in the post.
The Knicks with the lead. Poked loose. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And so Grant will bring it up for the Orlando Magic. That one good for two.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Boy, like his intensity, Greg. He's not afraid to take it straight to the rack on the bigger defender. Right at it.
Now here's Lee. And here's Porzingis for a three. And again, New York with the triple.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Here's Fournier. Dishes to Gordon. Here's Trier, who's guarded by Fournier. And here's Porzingis for a three. Hits the three-point bomb. And it's a 7-point Knicks lead. For Orlando, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Gordon for three. And Lee pulls it down. Lee's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backboard.
Greg, and that's been the key to this lead. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
You know what? They're winning, though, despite the fact that he has just been really off.
For three, Ross. He's off on that one. And New York will come the other way. To the paint. Here's Porzingis. Vucevic with the block. Gordon inside. Right side Fournier. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
Well, you know, it's obvious how much Fournier's teammates respect his scoring ability. I mean, you can see it out there. He's capable from anywhere, and his teammates believe in.
Kicks it out to Gordon. Beyond the arc. A three-pointer is right on target. Now just a 2-point Knicks lead. New York's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Here's Ntilikina. Vucevic with the block. They recover it.
Kristaps Porzingis, standing 7'3". He's played power forward early in his NBA career, but with that height, his future, it could be at the center position.
That free throw good from Porzingis. DJ Augustine's checked in for Grant. And then for New York, Cantor checked in for Trier. And it's Moutier in for Frank Ntilikina. Both good from the line that time.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. It's been quite a game for Porzingis.
And he has absolutely worn them out in the paint. They need to come up with a plan to limit his touches in the interior.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hey, Kevin. Well, look, here's what Steve Clifford went over with his guys during the break. He told them, now's when you turn it on. Leave them in the rearview mirror. I know we can put these guys away. We'll see if they can deliver.
It's deflected. Takes the three. Good on the three-point shot. Porzingis has got the lead up to 7 now for the Knicks.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Gordon kicks to Ross. Fournier gets a wide open look. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
Offensive rebound. Here's Cantor. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Cantor's got 20.
I mean, he is just demoralizing his opponent right now on the backboard. They didn't want anything to do with him on that possession. Almost like they were just giving up on the play.
Greg, I love his ability to carry his team for long stretches in games. And we're right now in one of those stretches. He's been doing this for a couple of games in a row now, so he's rolling.
They get a hand on it.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
And denied. He sends it right off the glass. New York leading by 9. Tries it from the top of the key. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Porzingis has got 15 points here in the second half. Augustine passes to Gordon. He kicks to Ross. To halt the run. Trains the three-pointer.
Man, I like the three-point stroke of Ross. Gets it off so effortlessly. Man, he's got terrific form.
Augustine, that's good.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
Now here's Lee. Outside, Porzingis. Six on the shot clock. Lets it fly from 18. And again, it's New York.
Kevin, he's been flat out phenomenal. Superb, scintillating this quarter. He's carving them up, knocking down everything.
Now here is Augustine, defended by Moutier. Vucevic finds Fournier. That's tipped. Here's Porzingis with a fast break chance. Here's the three. It's hauled in by Gordon. The Magic trail by 8. And the jam by Ross.
And whenever Ross is in attack mode, it's always a good sign.
Now Moutier. Pass to Knox. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. Moutier's got his 7th assist here tonight. Now here is Augustine. Not a lot of room. Kicks to Vucevic. Back to Augustine. And it's DJ Augustine with the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
That's his 4th foul. I'm sure he recognizes the situation because number 5 would put him in a rough, tough spot.
Bamba is checked in for the Magic. To the middle. And the dunk by Porzingis.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
And really, when Bamba has this positioning, you got to get it to him. He's a very reliable scorer from there.
Now, here's Moutier, guarded by Augustine. Moutier with the basket. Fournier with the ball. And the pass to Ross. And the jam by Ross.
And when Ross gets ahead of steam going to the rim, I don't know about you, but I'm getting out of there.
And so it's Moutier with it. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. They've led by as many as 11 points. Here's Cantor. Back to Moutier. Pass to Lee. New York moving it around. Porzingis kicks to Lee. 5 on the clock. Shoots over Fournier. Here's Cantor. And the layup is good. Cantor's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Now here's Ross. Lets it go with a 3. Moutier with the rebound.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Here's Lee, and it's blocked by Gordon. Fournier against Lee. Outside Fournier. There's Gordon with the 3, and Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got rebound number 19 now. Incredible board work. And they convert it last on attempt number 3. And that's now 33 points for Porzingis. Now a timeout called by Orlando.
Yeah, he needs to tell his guys to just box out with some energy. That's basic basketball. They've been lazy on the backboard and have allowed way too many second chance points.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Kristaps Porzingis.
And Kevin, it's a no-brainer. He's controlled every aspect of this game, and it's just so fun to see a player perform at a level that's just higher than anyone else out on the floor.
This was a big game for him. There's no denying that. Coming off a bunch of losses in a row, they turned to him to break the streak, and he delivered in a big way. Here's Fournier. He dishes it to Augustine. Over Moutier. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Cantor's got his 20th rebound here tonight. Saw that coming. Here's Lee. The basket good off the assist from Moutier. Moutier's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Lee against Fournier. Pass to Bamba. That shot is off. Excellent D from Cantor. The Knicks leading by 14. Moutier with the bounce pass. The jump hook, and there are the Knicks with another bucket.
Just increasing their advantage, and right now they're in a zone on both ends.
Yeah, you know, it's got to be terribly deflating for the opposition. Boy, they look helpless. Really getting beat up, physically and emotionally.
Here's Moutier, following the basket by Kristaps Porzingis. Ball's knocked loose. Ross with the steal. Down low. Here's Gordon, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And, you know, Gordon's so crafty and full of tricks that he keeps the defense guessing. You know, last season, Aaron Gordon really flourished in a more wide-open offense, taking advantage of his uber athleticism. But he also put a lot of work into his jumper, and that showed. Helped him make the jump into a top option for an offense.
And Orlando making a change here. Vucevic is checked in. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. And for Gordon, all the focus he gave to improving his shot gave him the confidence he needed.
Yeah, exactly. And confidence so big in this league. I mean, it's the difference between good to great or average to good. I mean, when he believes in his shot, he's lethal offensively. It just opens up the floor for him and his teammates and allows him to create mismatches the way he's shooting it now.
And there it is for him.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for New York.
And as we watch the game wind down, you have to look back at all the second chance points these guys generated.
Yeah, they clearly won the second chance points category. Possession after possession, we watched them go after the ball and make misses turn into makes.
And so with this win, they'll move to 6 victories on the season.
And it's always a good feeling to take that second contest after you drop the first one. And just a big win to even things up here in their 4-game season series against the Magic.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Porzingis.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Here's Orlando now. And Augustine kicks to Gordon. Down low, and slam dunk by Vucevic.
Capable of finishing off those alley-oops. Throw it in Vucevic's area, and he's going to go get it for you.
And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play. Now, here's Moutier. Top of the key, Porzingis. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Just 5 to shoot. New York needs to get off a shot. No good from Lee. From deep, off target. So no problem for New York as they get the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. KP, you guys got out on a break tonight. How did you get into transition so easily?
Yeah, we want to play faster, and that's what we try to do whenever they miss. We try to run, move the ball quick, and get easy buckets.
And you were able to beat them down the floor tonight, KP. Thanks a lot for your time. Kevin, back to you.
David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. We'll see you later.